From Mermaid Palace and Radiotopia, welcome to The Heart. I'm Caitlin Prest.
I'm so happy to be doing this.
Yeah, I'm so happy. You're perfect. It's just nice.
The sound you are now hearing is the sound of a radio play being
Can I just wear my underpants?
created.
Yeah, go for it. Maybe I should take off my pants.
Yes, underpants.
The man you are now hearing is the sound of a man named Johnny Spence.
And I'm not a character. I'm being Johnny
Yeah.
right now.
That's good.
I first met Johnny Spence at the very same faraway place where the original real-life sweater from last episode was lent to me. It was a few years later, in that same cold church, Johnny and I drank Irish tea. Along those same Irish roads, we walked to local country pubs.
This fucking thing is my best friend.
Makes every mic look like
Has-
Albert Einstein.
It's really good. I mean, just
And in the same little cabins that the artists get to sleep, we spooned after a long night of drinking. Meeting Johnny was like meeting a version of myself I had forgotten. I had forgotten that
it's little. Can someone put that on
one
their
day you
desk?
could wake up and decide you're going on a road trip.
Oh, cute.
That you could see an opulent stone house and decide to put the blinker on and pull into the long driveway, looking over at the person that you just met yesterday with a smile, and together pretending that the stone house is your home.
What's another song that has that sentiment to it?
What about Blue Christmas by Elvis?
Oh,
I had forgotten that you could sing in the car.
How does it start?
It goes, I'll have a blue Christmas
You sing it.
without you.
I had forgotten that you could hug someone you barely know
Hug, yes.
with the tenderness of a lifetime love. Meeting Johnny Spence helped me remember all of that. And he made me wonder where in me it had gone. Across the ocean, back home in New York City, was a boyfriend. This boyfriend saw me return from this same Irish radio festival, wearing a forest green sweater a few years earlier. One that I didn't take off for weeks. One that spawned the creation of a radio play. The one you heard in the last episode. This boyfriend would see me return this time with the forlorn look of a woman who knows that it's over. This boyfriend would become the basis of a fictional character named Charlie Park. When I moved to Toronto after breaking up with the New York boyfriend, it was to make a radio drama for the CBC. It was to create the show that you've been listening to here on The Heart. It's called The Shadows. When I started thinking about who could perform as Devin, the character who lends the sweater, it just so happened that Johnny Spence lived in Toronto. And so, of course, he came to mind as a possible candidate for the wildly romantic character of Devin, the sweater lender, the letter writer. Johnny came over to the bathtub studio, sat in the bathtub with me,
Okay, I have the fancy mic.
and read a few of the original letters out loud into a microphone.
November 24th, 5:08 p.m.
Of course, it was no surprise that he was a natural.
I have read your email over and over again.
And so that is how our friendship continued.
Hey, baby, you want me to roll you a cigarette?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Via recording sessions where we pretended to be people who fell in love at a faraway festival.
I haven't really been wearing deodorant lately. A little spicier than usual.
Yeah? Let me smell.
People who both had people back home. In the last episode, you heard the story of the sweater that got lent and how disturbed the sweater was to see that its new owner was playing both sides, writing to her faraway lover, Devin, and dating her stay-at-home boyfriend, Charlie. This is episode 4 of The Shadows.
This is The Shadows. Episode 4.
Decision.
Why can't we just say what we are? A pair of sweet, woolly socks, looking for some one-time fun with a sweet, cottony beauty. Ooh.
There's something endlessly funny about sock puppets. I'm now collaborating with my mentor, Becky. I thought it would be funny for Becky and I to create a show about polyamorous socks. The poly socks were up against the assumption that socks come in pairs. We created 2 boring-looking married couple socks, Leo and Olive. Leo had a red bow tie at his neck, Olive a red bow tie on her head. Pandora, their third, was a purple polka dot sock with red hair and a tutu. They become a triad and live happily ever after. Charlie shows up at every show, even though I know he hates it. Charlie loves monogamy.
I want to say I love you, but I feel like it's too soon.
I think it might be too soon.
I know.
Charlie and I are in bed. The sun is peeking through the drawn blinds over the windows. I like falling asleep with the blinds up so the sun will pour into my face in the morning. Charlie likes to sleep with the blinds down because he's afraid that people will see in the window at night. Charlie and I don't do any of the things I usually do when I'm falling in love. We don't say things like, "Where did you come from?" or stare into each other's eyes for hours, or indulge in any sort of fantasy that before there was a part of us missing and now we are both complete. Instead, when he does his laundry, he offers to do mine too. When I say I'm hungry, he stops working and makes sandwiches. He notices that I left my bike lights on my bike and he takes them off and keeps them in his pocket all day long until we see each other at night. Meanwhile, I'm wearing a sweater that a man I met on the train gave to me.
Okay, Caitlin P. I'm reading from a small little book that I bought from a shop in Rome.
I am listening to voice memos of the man I met on the train's diary.
I'm using the sweater as an excuse to see her again.
Big news. I just bought a ticket to fly in a plane to MY.
It's just kind of a thing for me. Like if I'm sleeping with somebody, I don't sleep with other people. So.
Does that mean I'm your girlfriend?
Well, do you want to be my girlfriend?
Yeah, I do. Definitely.
Okay.
Like, I mean, so how do you define monogamy? Like, if you want to be exclusive, like, how do you define it?
Really?
I mean, I don't know.
That's not obvious or
I mean,
clear?
I guess, I don't know. I mean, I feel like everybody has a different line.
I guess I just always noticed if I'm attracted to somebody and then I just stop there.
I've never tried that before.
You never tried that?
Yeah.
Are you sure? You don't sound convinced.
I would love to try out monogamy. I think that people seem to think it's a great thing.
I want to try Pilates.
Yeah, I mean,
Sounds good for you. And
yeah, people seem to like
stronger
it.
for it. People seem to like it.
Yeah, I feel like it's worth a shot. It's a little bit romantic, even just me and you.
I mean, from everything I've seen of non-monogamy around me, It does not end well, ever, it seems.
Yeah, but when
it's
do monogamous relationships end well?
I write to Devin. We have to stop writing to each other.
Yes.
Yes.
Can it be tomorrow that we stop?
Okay, tomorrow.
What if I write to you everything that I feel for you in one massive email and then we stop writing to each other?
Yes, that sounds better.
Okay, let's
Maybe we make a deadline?
Yeah, a deadline.
Wednesday?
Friday? Can we do Friday instead?
Friday. Yeah.
Friday. Friday where? Baker Island, Vancouver Friday? That's Saturday morning, technically.
I think that's the right Friday.
Okay.
So we're allowed to write each other as much as we want until then.
Yeah.
And we can say whatever we want.
Everything. Say everything.
We don't have to try not to say anything.
We have to say everything.
Okay.
Okay.
Devin and I, we're just figuring out the parameters of how to be friends.
It feels like I have a crush on the moon.
We're just figuring out the rules. We only talk about your score for my puppet play from now on. We're figuring out how to follow them. I want you in my toothpaste, my morning coffee, my folded laundry. I'm about to brush my teeth, thinking of you. We were practicing following the rules and how to be friends. And practicing involves a lot of failure.
I have this picture up on my laptop now here at work, and I look at it every once in a while and find myself blushing.
Failure and then trying again. No more emails. And then failure. I'll write you one more letter. And then later, probably another one. And trying again.
We'll keep the love letters we write in a secret box and we should give them to each other 50 years from now.
That's what we were doing.
I can't wait to see you in a couple weeks. Do you still want me to come?
Yeah, of course I want you to come. You have to come. Please don't not come.
Hey, Charlie.
Mm-hmm. What? What's that face?
I have to tell you something.
Okay. What?
Well, remember that friend that I told you about, Devin, who I met when I was traveling?
Mm-hmm.
He's coming this weekend, so that we can work on the project, the thing that we might, the collaborating, and I just wanted to flag that, like, I feel like there's something crush feeling thing, like just a little. It feels like a little bit. There's something. I just wanted to be honest and say that I know that he has a crush on me, and like there's like a vibe, and I'm kind of worried that something's gonna happen.
Okay. Well, don't let anything happen.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm going to pick Devin up at the airport. It's this weird thing of like classifying what behaviors are romantic and what behaviors are just friendly. I'm on the air train and I'm trying to talk myself up. As soon as I see him, I'm going to tell him that this is not a romantic weekend, that we are just hanging out as friends, and that we cannot, under any circumstances, do anything that would put me in a weird position with Charlie. He knows this already, but I feel like I need to reiterate. I'm in the airport.
Oh my God, there he is.
I see him.
Hi.
Hi.
He's wearing a leather jacket
Hi.
Hey.
and a wool sweater underneath.
Oh my God.
Traces of eyeliner frame his kind eyes.
Oh, watch out.
And I know. I'm not going to reiterate shit.
Hug?
Hey, hug, yes.
Wow. Let's get a cab.
We're in the cab. He puts his arm around me.
How are you?
It's almost as natural as breathing. We kiss. And then
This is my place. Let's chill here for a bit and then I'll walk you to your Airbnb later.
And then. And then. And then. And then.
I'm feeling a little guilty.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
And then.
You told me you loved me, baby. Said you were coming back.
And then.
I love a little cum on my tummy.
And then.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
So when are you gonna be here?
I don't know. I mean, like, I think it's going to be kind of a late night tonight.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I feel like we're going to try to go for as long as we can.
Okay. Cool. Well, I guess get some good work done and stuff.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Bye.
And then.
And I want to fill our house with little babies that we make together. Many little babies.
How many?
Too many to count. We lose track of their names. There's ones that we don't even know. You're like, Seamus. You'd be like, Seamus, come here. And I'd have a pause. I'd be like, is one of them called Seamus?
And then the entire weekend had gone by.
Okay, you feel good with everything that happened today?
Yeah, I do.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
Leaving on a
You
promise.
know what has to happen to make this dream a reality?
What?
I think you need to talk to Charlie.
I go straight to his house. And I wait for the right moment to tell him everything.
Yeah, I'm good.
End it.
Oh my god.
I know that the more respectful thing to do is to tell him right away before we F. But I'm weak. And then
You know I love you, right?
Really?
Yeah. I do.
I love you too.
KP. I love you. Kiss me some more.
I'm in the wrong position. Ow, I got a cramp. Wait, put your hand.
Like, I'm freaking out. Like, this would.
How did this happen?
I don't know.
You're gonna tell Charlie that, right?
I don't know.
I really think, I really feel like you should.
You know
Yeah.
that Charlie's the better option. You know he's so good to you. You just have to forget it happened and move on with your life. It would be so selfish. It would be selfish for you to tell him.
Charlie's not giving you this like romantic spark thing, even if it's really like comfortable and you have a lot of connection and like that's really important too. But you and Devin are both like weirdos. I don't know. I just get the sense that weirdo type person like that mirrors you and echoes some of your stuff is the type of person that maybe you should see.
Caitlin, you're supposed to be directing this rehearsal, and everyone is waiting. God damn it, the cranky's not going to crank itself. Damn it. Call me back.
You're lying. Charlie has no idea what's happening between you and Devin. You just want to have your cake and eat it too. You know, you're saying, oh, I don't want to tell Charlie the truth because that would hurt him. No, you don't want to tell him the truth because you don't want him to leave you. And that is unfair and fucked up.
I'd never fallen madly in love with two people at once before. Two such different, perfect versions of what love could be. In The Ethical Slut, they say that love isn't finite. I was realizing how not finite it really was. Everything would be fine if I could just ask Charlie to be in an open relationship. Yeah, but would it really? My obsession with Devin feels like a full-time job, while I'm working the other full-time job, which is spending as much time as humanly possible naked with Charlie. While I'm working my part-time job of waitressing. While I'm working the job that I've always wanted, which is actual real puppetry contracts. Like, love might not be finite, but the hours in the day are. My last open relationship kind of sucked. It was a lot of trying really hard not to feel sad. Opening your relationship now doesn't make you any less of a cheater. But it's because I was confused. And maybe I'm a polyamorous at heart and I agreed to be in a monogamous relationship and that was a big mistake. Bullshit. This is my first time dating someone who takes for granted the way a relationship is supposed to go. We don't do that in Queerland. We make the rules for ourselves. Do I owe it to him to tell my work? Why? You're a cheater. I don't believe in cheating, quote unquote. The idea of owning someone is a hangover from when women were property and virginity had a price tag. This is my great chance for love. You would be an awful fucking it up. Throw caution to the wind. Move to Nova Scotia, the most romantic thing to do.
Who calls? Who even calls anymore?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. How was your flight back?
I cried and I watched a shitty action movie. Have you spoken with Charlie?
No, I haven't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna...
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna... I gotta go. Okay.
Nice to hear your voice.
Yeah.
Hey.
What?
No?
What?
What are we doing?
Having a moment of silence. Okay. I heard once about a woman who was making out with another man in the basement of her own wedding. It was in the 60s, but for some reason I imagine it in the 80s. I imagine her in a bodacious 1980s wedding dress, big black 1980s hairsprayed hair, dark red lipstick smearing all over her lover's face in a church basement with a weird smell and folding tables, while upstairs in the chapel, her new husband's family sit in the pews, waiting for the ceremony to start. The affair lasted 18 years before she ended it at her husband's request. The time it took her firstborn child to grow into adulthood. At first, as the story goes, her husband said he was okay with it, but he didn't really know the extent of it. He never once took advantage of the open arrangement that they'd both agreed upon. He never had the desire to. And over the years, it became obvious that the arrangement was causing him great anguish. It took several years of observing that anguish for the woman to finally end it with a man she'd been committed to for the exact same length of time. In my own manic confusion, I seek this woman out. I tell her I'm doing research for a puppet play about being in love with two people at the same time. I arrive at her beautiful home, furnished with carpentry touches created by her husband, who she's still married to. It's been 50 years since that wedding day now, and she won't give me any details. I don't want to hurt a hair on his head. She's talking about her husband, The husband who stayed through 18 years of her affair with someone else. Through 32 more years after that. She's giving me nothing, talking in abstract terms that don't make any real sense. I start getting ready to go. She stares out the window. She says to me, "He's dying." Who? The man I kissed in the basement of my own wedding. The man I was with for 10 years. She says 10, but I was told it was 18 by someone who's close to her. Oh no, that's awful. He's in a hospital around the corner. Do you think I should go visit him? The weight of the question bears down on my heart. Definitely. In the beginning, we talked about getting an apartment on the Upper West Side of Montreal by Paramount Park. We'd stay there once a year for a week for the rest of our lives. I thought about it. Yes, I indulged wholeheartedly in the fantasy. It would be all white, sunlight, with a white bed and bed sheets, hardwood floors. But I couldn't bear the thought of actually doing it, much like the way that I fantasize about suicide sometimes. The fantasy is delicious, but the thought of actually doing it makes me sick. I knew in my heart that what I really wanted was what the wedding woman had. I wanted Charlie to allow me this. I wanted Charlie's consent, but he would never consent. I didn't even dare ask because the thought that I would even want such a thing would make me less attractive to him, probably. The worst part was that I knew whatever I chose to do, I'd be both happy and miserable. That in a way, the choice was totally arbitrary. All I had to do was figure out what I wanted. Figure out some way to predict the future.
Oh my God, Charlie, what are you doing?
The future where Charlie reads every single email I've ever written to Devin.
What are these emails?
Nothing. He breaks up with me violently.
You're sick.
I'm on my deathbed. Charlie is sitting by my side, as he has as my faithful husband for the last 52 years. Devin comes to visit to see me one last time. I want to kiss Devin, but I know that it'll hurt Charlie. I die with that thought on my mind.
What's that mark on your neck?
Oh, we were giving each other hickeys in rehearsal yesterday. It was crazy.
The future where I keep going with Devin and never ever tell Charlie.
That sounds interesting.
When I feel guilty about it, I think about all the famous cheaters. Leonard Cohen, Anais Nin. I use their stories to justify my behavior. All the men in the 1950s got to cheat on their wives. Why don't I get to cheat on mine? I could make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. The future where I decide that romantic love is irrelevant. I buy a house with my sister, we co-parent, and sing duets until we die. And that is why whenever I want you, all I gotta do is dream. The future where I leave my life and career in Montreal, move to Nova Scotia, say goodbye to Charlie, get married to Devin, and am miserable.
I'm open to compromise. I'm open to it not being my way.
We can never agree on whose dream to pursue.
I got plane tickets today for us to go to Argentina.
I thought we were going to go sail. Like, we were going to fix that sailboat and go sailing. It's like a nightmare.
But that's what ayahuasca is supposed to be.
It's an actual nightmare.
It's supposed to be a nightmare.
In our garden, I tore up all of last year's plants and I planted a whole bunch of lavender.
I was really looking forward to the carrots.
Like, I've never done the train across Canada before.
Canada?
Yeah.
Siberia. Trans-Siberian train. Why would you want to see Edmonton when you could see St. Petersburg? I just think it's way more exciting, St. Petersburg.
You always say that.
What? I always say St.
That
Petersburg.
it's more exciting.
What? We like to vote on what we want to do.
Yeah, but you have more voting power because you have a dick.
I mean, I think we're more complicated than our genitalia.
Easy for you to say. And then there's a future where I break up with Devin, get married to Charlie, and am miserable. We have 3 kids, and we fight every day about how to bring them up.
Hey, KP.
What?
Can you put some clothes on or something?
Why?
You know how I feel about this.
Charlie, I just wanna walk naked in front of our babies. I don't understand why it's a problem. Freedom, nudity, love, joy, happiness. I've always wanted to walk naked in front of my babies.
So, do you wanna...
Not really.
Me neither.
I don't know if I ever want to have sex again. The future where I commit to long-term monogamy and completely give up on desire and romance. Cool, so we're never doing it again, right?
No.
The moment we both confessed that we didn't give a shit was the greatest liberation of our adult lives. I'm 83, lipstick in hand. I'm applying the thin red line that has become my lips. Reapply. I'm getting ready for my hot date with Sandra across the hall. She will smooch and caress my soft, weathered skin all afternoon. One of us will die soon, and the other will be alone again. At this age, I'm so accustomed to the period of solitude that comes between great loves that I almost look forward to it. I look forward to it the way one might look forward to Savasana in yoga class. A little too much. It turns out, love is like hitchhiking. You wait to catch a ride and enjoy the company until you get dropped off at the next place.
Hey.
Hey. Hey. How are you?
Not so great, to be honest.
What's up?
You said that yesterday you were gonna talk to Charlie and just not hearing from you last night or today. I've been just kind of really wondering how it went and...
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't mean to make this about my anxiety. I'm really wondering. I guess I've just been also trying to get a hold of you. I'm just wondering how you're doing, and I mean, how's it going? How did it go? Did you talk?
No, I didn't talk to him.
Okay.
I don't want to end it with him.
What?
I think we have to stop talking, Devin.
We need to stop talking?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I have to go. I'm sorry, I have to. I love you.
Charlie, what are you doing?
I'm just doing
Where are you going?
I'm doing laundry.
Oh. Do you want me to come?
Yeah, sure.
In the end, I decide I'm never going to tell Charlie. It's your body, your heart, so dishonest and
JP?
fucked up.
Yeah.
Do you want to wash the sweater?
Yeah.
What? What's wrong?
Nothing. Yeah, it's time.
Hey, what's wrong?
It's just a sad day. I need a hug.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Can we go watch TV or something? Okay.
In a book called All About Love, Bell Hooks says that romantic love is one of the most destructive ideals in the history of human thought. That even saying to fall in love perpetuates the idea that love is something that happens to us. It takes us away with it by some mysterious current. She says that love is supposed to be something that we do, something that we practice, not something that we have or find or even feel. It's not some magic spell. I know that the decision I made to be with Charlie was based on some intuition that this was the truth. That Devin was a storybook and Charlie was real life. And that somehow that was the greater adventure of the two. This was episode 4 of The Shadows from CBC Podcasts and me, Caitlin Prest. I received infinite support, creative genius, and much late nights editing. Phoebe Wang was our senior producer, also known as Sweater. Our editor was Sharon Mashihi. Yasmin Maturin was our associate producer. Olivia Pasquarelli was our digital producer. She's also a musician. She quit being a digital producer for the CBC right after this and pursued her music. She is an alt-rock angel. And you should absolutely listen to her stuff. It can be found on Spotify under Baby O. Johnny Spence, who you heard at the top of this episode, performed as Devin. A big, huge thank you to Johnny Spence. One of the big ways that we made this show is by improvising. So there wasn't a script per se. Really, there was no script. I mean, all of the scenes, we just kind of showed up and I said, we have to do this and then this and then this, and it has to be lightly this kind of vibe. And some of my favorite moments in this show are just ad-libs from Johnny Spence's beautiful mind. The incredible sound artist and musician Mitchell Akiyama as Charlie. My amazing real-life sister Natalie Press performing as fictional KP's fictional sister. Shani Aviram is our composer and associate sound designer. Special thank you to Dylan Ghosh, Matt Grayson, and Mooj Zaidi. I don't know if you heard the voice of someone that you have maybe never heard before. Maybe you have. At the beginning of the episode where you heard about shows that you should go and check out after this. Her name is Yasmin Mansouri. She is an artist, a radio maker. She has her own podcast. It's called That Intimate Feeling. It takes you to another world. It doesn't sound like other things out there because it's a true expression of her heart and mind. And probably follow her on Instagram because, you know, she's someone to watch out for, okay? Good things coming from this one. Happy holidays. Also, a genocide is still happening. It is happening right now. This is the moment where people start to kind of forget about it. This is the moment where it's not, you know, we spent our moments, our time watching the news and being horrified and shocked. And now the shock is worn off and the difficult part is ahead. It's the difficult part where you're not fueled by shock. You're not fueled by rage. You are fatigued. You are fatigued. Experiencing the pain of something through a computer screen can be numbing, but this is the moment that we all really need to keep on going. We really need to keep on showing up. This week and next week, I'm going to be posting some stuff on Instagram. I'm basically I have trouble with executive functioning stuff, you know, like the concept, like calling anyone at all is something that I struggle to do. So calling a representative, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. Like it feels, it's, you know, so I am going to be doing that. I'm going to record myself doing it. And I'm going to record every single step. It's going to be a video. I'm going to put it out as a reel, and you can follow along with me as I do it. I will do, how do we even figure out who our MP is? How do we figure out who our representatives are? We're going to do that. And then we're going to pick up our phone. We're going to call, and we're going to leave a message. Or talk to somebody. Who knows? I hope that at least one person does it, because as I do it, I'm going to be thinking about you and feeling like I'm not doing it alone. Okay? So at least one person has to be doing it. Otherwise, I will be alone and it'll be sad. That is my offering to you. If you're already out there, you know, spending your time protesting and organizing stuff and wrangling people and bothering people and posting things on social media and giving away your social capital so that, you know, to basically make people feel shame, then God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the work that you're doing for the sake of all of our humanity. And if you are connected in some way to the people of Palestine, I hope you're taking care of yourself. Your soul, your heart, your mind, and your body. And magic abound. Happy New Year. You know, I hope that all of your dreams come true. Okay, bye.
Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby? Said you were coming back this way again, baby. Baby, 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 oh baby, I love you, I really do, oh baby.
Dear Devin, this is really hard. I wish you were here.
My name is Maddie Kelly. I'm a writer and comedian, and along with my co-hosts, Mark Chavez and Ryan Beal, we are setting out to write a romantic comedy movie script that is genuinely romantic and actually funny.
Give me something that's both sexy and romantic.
Lacrosse.
The sport?
And when we run into trouble, we'll get help from some serious rom-com experts. People who have worked on everything from 10 Things I Hate About You to Mamma Mia.
This is all gold.
It's Let's Make a Rom-Com. Available now on CBC Listen and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Radiotopia.